So this isn't like a, did he do it? You know, did this happen? No, it did. It did. We just talked to Ethan, who is currently sharing a story online about what did to him when he was 14. And, like, yeah, no, it happened. Like, this isn't, like, some rumor. This isn't, like, I don't know. It's, like, this isn't some, like, did he do it, though? Like, he did. Like, there's, like, proof of them talking. So, yeah, just in case anybody was wondering. It's just not. Did he do it? Yeah, no, he did. So, yeah. I would highly encourage listening to Ethan's story. And we also interviewed him on the podcast. And he showed some really disturbing shit, so.
James Charles is in hot water again, and it's getting serious. Kayla Malec and Jacob Sartorius have been talking nonstop about him, especially after everything that came out from Ethan Arte, the same guy we mentioned last week. Kayla's been all over TikTok, trying to bring more attention to this story, and she even talked to Ethan directly. The whole situation is blowing up fast, and people can't stop watching. Let's break it down.
So I was doing TikTok. I had one video that was popping off, doing super well. And I guess that video reached his page. He liked that video and commented on it. And then he liked a lot of other videos. So I guess I would see, his name. But after that, we got in touch and we were communicating on social media. And then from there, it went from Snapchat.
He DM'd you from there onto TikTok?
Yes. Yeah. It was through Instagram. We started talking through Instagram, but we found each other on TikTok.
The drama started back up after the old allegations against James from 2020 resurfaced. Ethan, who was just 14 back then, claimed that James started inappropriate conversations after adding him on Snapchat, even though Ethan says he told him his age. That's a serious claim, and now people are revisiting it all over again. At first, a lot of people didn't fully believe Ethan because he didn't have much proof and said that messages were deleted. But now that Ethan's 20, he's back online, ready to set the record straight once and for all. He's dropping new receipts, showing screenshots, and even sharing that he had reached out to lawyers back then. He says he's tired of being called a liar and wants people to know the truth this time. Ethan's comeback has everyone talking again, and the tension between him and James Charles is heating up like never before. Ethan made it clear from the jump he wasn't chasing money or fame. He even said he turned down a possible settlement offer because for him, it was never about getting paid. He just wanted the truth out there, plain and simple. And now this week, Kayla Malec and Jacob Sartorius have pushed the story right back into the spotlight again.
When James gets canceled, he will filter his comments. I promise you right now, if you go on
James... You can't find it under like his recent post.
No, you go on his recent post, you'll see a few comments, you'll recheck, they're f***ing gone, okay? There's no comments. This video that Ethan made coming out about his story has over 10 million views. You look up James Charles and his video comes up. You go on James Charles's account, all the comments are filtered. He also buys comments. Like we said, like we proved on episode 4, that he will buy comments to persuade the public of a different opinion, which is what happened with me. And then guess what he does? He downgrades his audience. So right after the whole Evan thing happened, guess what he did? He started making Disney World videos, taste testing food in Disney World, because he digresses to a younger audience who doesn't understand the severity of what he's doing.
Kayla and Jacob sat down with Ethan for a full-on podcast interview, and afterward, Kayla jumped on TikTok to double down, saying those conversations between James and Ethan were real. She told her followers straight up, this isn't a did it happen situation, it happened. That statement alone shook up social media big time. During the podcast, Ethan opened up about how everything started. He said James first noticed him after seeing one of his videos, and soon after, James asked to move their chats to Snapchat. That's when things started getting weird, according to Ethan.
Yeah, I think another thing that's really rubs me the wrong way is that he makes content for kids. Like his content is fully geared towards kids. Like, oh, I'm gonna taste test this drink from Starbucks, or like playing with slime, or things like that are more watched by younger people.
Yeah.
And then he's almost going for that demographic.
Ethan also mentioned that James definitely knew how young he was. He said he literally told James he was still in high school. Hearing that left a lot of people speechless, and the comments online have been going wild ever since. Ethan revealed something shocking. He said James totally knew that Ethan wanted to collab and make a video together, and that's where things took a turn. According to Ethan, James used that desire as leverage. pulling the "I'm famous" card to ask for things that made Ethan super uncomfortable. That power dynamic has people online fuming, saying it sounds like James took advantage of his status to get what he wanted. Then Jacob jumped in and made a major point. He called out how James's content is mainly watched by kids.
And you were 14.
I was 14.
And how
yes.
old was James at the time?
I think 21, maybe 20, 21.
Damn, man.
Did he ever ask
Much
your
so.
age within those first like initial messages?
Yes, not the first initial. We were going through a whole conversation first, and then that's when we got into my age. I told him I was still in high school, and just started high school and everything else. And then my age, I didn't necessarily say I was 14 at first. I just said I was in high school, and then that's when, through via Snap, that's when we started talking about how old I really was.
Even though Jacob tried to be fair, he said he hadn't seen the slime videos people mentioned, but still, he believes James's fan base definitely leans younger. And honestly, a lot of people agree with that. Think about it. James has posted tons of lighthearted content, playing games and doing skits that clearly appeal to younger viewers. Sure, he also has videos where he's drinking or acting more grown up, but the overall vibe of his editing, the bright colors, clicky thumbnails, fast cuts, it all screams youth appeal. The way he talks, jokes, and reacts on camera keeps younger audiences watching longer without even realizing it. So when Jacob and Kayla finished that call with Ethan, Jacob said it out loud. He felt like James knows exactly what he's doing. His content keeps pulling in a younger audience, and hearing Ethan's story only made that fact hit harder.
And my experience, although not comparing it to this at all, I feel so off for Ethan and anybody who went through something like that, especially as a minor. But the actions that he did with Evan is literally, we've talked about, is exactly what he was doing 6 years ago with minors. Exactly the same. Went from TikTok, and also, don't know if I shared this
It
before.
does all line up.
It does.
With what you said.
Everything. And I don't know if I've ever shared this before, but James did comment on Evan's video when he was 16 years old.
Really?
Yes, and that's why it was like very full circle of all of this for this is a repeating f***ing pattern.
It's so insane.
Kayla completely snapped this time. She had enough. A few months back, she was already calling out James, but people told her she was dragging it and being too harsh. Now, after hearing Ethan's story, she fired back hard, basically saying, "Forget everyone who doubted me." She said she can't wrap her head around how anyone still defends James when the pattern is right there. According to her, it's the same routine. James finds people on social media, builds a friendly connection, and then slides into Snapchat chats. Then Kayla dropped a bomb. She said when James was talking to her ex, Evan, he acted the same way he did with Ethan. She even revealed that James had commented on Evan's video back when Evan was just 16. That revelation had everyone stunned. Kayla and Jacob were speechless, wondering how James keeps staying active online like nothing ever happened.
What the actual is wrong with this dude? James Charles, you are the worst person. And everybody who said you're dragging it, you don't know what the you're talking about. You, because oh my God, there are people like this in the real fucking world struggling, and your fucking comments sitting here. This pet is doing nothing but scaring people like this from coming out with their true fucking stories, and we called it was still happening.
Kayla also pointed out something that really got people thinking. She accused James of filtering his comment sections and tailoring his videos to attract younger viewers. Bright colors, catchy edits, and playful thumbnails. It's all designed to draw in a youthful audience, she claimed. That's why she said he keeps getting away with it, because he hides behind that polished online image. Jacob chimed in too, saying he couldn't believe James's parents still talk to him after everything that's come out. He even reminded people that there was a time when James's own brother wasn't speaking to him, and James admitted that himself in an interview. This entire situation just keeps getting messier by the minute. No one really understands why James ever admitted that about his brother. It honestly seemed like he was trying to pull a sympathy move. But instead of feeling bad for him, people were shocked, saying, "Your own brother wasn't even speaking to you?" That moment made everyone stop and think about how deep the issues really went. Later on, though, they apparently made up. There were Christmas pictures of the family smiling together, so it looked like things had calmed down a bit between them. Even with that, Jacob didn't hold back. He said he still feels like James's family shouldn't associate with him at all. In his words, the connection brings more harm than good, especially with everything resurfacing now. Meanwhile, James has stayed completely silent online. No statements, no apologies, nothing.
Using he knew he knew what my intentions were with him, because I was maybe I could have made a video with him or something. You know, that was my whole idea. That was my whole plan. And so he was kind of using that to his advantage.
Yeah, he was using the power and fame that he had to like get something out of you, because obviously as a teenager in high school, when there's somebody that is so big and influential that like is texting you, it's like you feel special. And then it's so easy for them to take advantage of that. And like, he knows what he was doing.
Yeah.
According to Kayla and Jacob, he's been blocking or filtering out every comment that even mentions the controversy. It's like he's pretending none of it exists. And honestly, a lot of people think James has gotten away with this behavior for so long that he feels untouchable now. Every time something comes up, he says the same thing. They lied about their age. But people aren't buying that excuse anymore. Critics are calling him out, saying, if you keep meeting people who look young, maybe it's time to question why that keeps happening. The real question everyone's asking is, why was James even using social media like a dating app in the first place? It's disturbing and confusing, especially when his audience includes so many younger fans. The whole thing just feels wrong on every level. Like, seriously, why would someone as famous as James risk his whole reputation like that? It makes no sense. Every time something like this happens, it's the same story. Someone underage, DMs, screenshots. It's just weird and honestly gross. And yet, James keeps moving like nothing can touch him. It's happened so many times that people are starting to believe he genuinely feels untouchable, like he's above it all. But seeing Kayla and Jacob speak up has been refreshing. They're standing firm, refusing to stay silent, and that's powerful because big creators rarely call out others with huge platforms anymore. Kayla even said she couldn't believe how the media stayed quiet. No major outlets covering Ethan's story, no headlines, nothing. It's like people are too scared to touch the topic, and that's wild considering how serious it is.
It's almost like, I just can't believe that his parents still talk to him. I'm not trying to be like that guy, but how can his family still see the good in him?
Because what I think he does is how he lies to the internet is how he lies to his family. I mean,
but they must know that there's real evidence. Like, Ethan's posted, and maybe we could pull it up on the computer. He posted a clip of James Snapchatting him. It's factual that they Snapchat.
Even Tana Mongjo, who's usually outspoken, is one of the only big influencers who's publicly said something about James. That just shows how deep the silence runs around this. Kayla and Jacob were genuinely shocked that barely anyone was paying attention when Ethan came forward again. It's heartbreaking that stories like this keep repeating and people start treating it like old news. But this isn't gossip. It's serious, and it deserves real attention. Anyway, I want to know your thoughts. Do you think James will ever face real consequences for this, or will it just fade away again? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and share this video so more people hear what's really going on.